Welcome to Anno 1800 version 17. Today is the 25th anniversary of the Anno series, and for this anniversary, Ubisoft has released update 17 for Anno 1800. If you have missed some of our previous videos, you may not know that this is actually the big last update for Anno 1800. The game development cycle has ended. We're not gonna get new big features, new big DLCs or quality of life improvements. So what are we still getting? Well, they have confirmed 3 more cosmetic DLCs. So if you are loving those cosmetic DLCs, you will get these. And on top of that, they have also confirmed that if there is any game-breaking bugs or if they're able, to give a few other bug fixes, they will release that. But it won't be, once again, new big features. But today, in this update 17, we actually have a lot of those big new quality of life improvement or features. So we're gonna dive into this. In the video description below, of course, you can find the link to the latest dev blog if you want to see everything. Also, at the end of the video, I will show you a quick video from the Ubisoft team to celebrate this anniversary. But right now, let's dive into the new content. The first one is a big one for the modding community. It wasn't actually marketed so well before, but now we don't need the mod loader anymore. The mod loader is included into the game. So if you add the mod loader, you're gonna first need to uninstall it before the game can run. To do that, it's not that hard. Find your Anno 1800 game. Usually, on your C disk, in program files, Ubisoft, right? And then you're going to go into the bin, into Win64. And over here, you should see this file, Python35, and also maybe Python35_UB. Just delete both of these, then go into your Ubisoft Connect in Properties and verify the files. You verify the files and then you can play and you shouldn't have a problem. Then if you still have a problem, for example, a black screen and then the game crashes, it's probably one of the modes that you have is not compatible yet, right? It needs to be updated. It actually happened to me. I took out a number of the modes and then the game was able to run. If you still have an issue, don't hesitate to join the official modding community of Anno. I'll put, once again, the link in the video description below. And as I said, to see this, you actually need to scroll quite a bit. It was a bit hidden over here. Minor improvements to improve modding experience. And so with that, every time you start a new game or you load one of your old save, it's going to ask you which mod do you want to activate for this, based on all of the mods that you have on your computer. This is something important. It doesn't mean that you have access to all of the mods that are on Nexus. You still need to download the mods on Nexus and put them in a mod folder. But now you can really easily activate or deactivate some of them for each of your different games. And so for all of you who are following my current Let's Play, where we're playing with quite a few mods, especially military mods like this mod, bringing the new advanced shipyards with amazing ships like submarine or aircraft carriers. Don't worry, it seems to be working just fine. I also talked to the author tonight and he needs to change a few things, and that's also why this mod hasn't still been released to the public. But, I should be able to continue without any problem this Let's Play. And so if you haven't started watching this series, don't hesitate to also check it out after this video. And let's use a bit this save for me to show you some of the balancing or general improvements. But once again, there's much more, so stay tuned for that. So some of the balancing that they've done. There was in the past some goods where you would give them, for example, lifestyle needs, but they wouldn't even give you any coins. It was probably something like 0 point something, and then it was rounded to 0. Now it's rounded to 1 at least. So for example, here the flowers, it's giving me now 1 farmer and 1 coin. Before it was 1 farmer, 0 coin. One that I love is if you press U, you get into the upgrade menu. And you could of course always upgrade before your houses, your warehouse, etc. But you couldn't upgrade the road. That was a shame. Now you can. Here it is, we have upgraded the road. That's a small but great quality of life improvement. Another small but really great in my opinion, you have now a search bar in your trading post or warehouses. I can search for example for the beer, and here it is, it's going to show me the beer. Expeditions, you want to do an expedition, and it tells you need rations, you need hunting, you need diplomacy, but of course you have no clue what is giving diplomacy. Now you can, because over here of course you can search, but you can also filter by what is a ration, what is hunting, what is navigation, and what is diplomacy. I love this. This is again a small one, but really cool. And by the way, this is also available for your trade routes. You're trying to create a new trade route. You don't want to, look for the exact resource. You can just search for it, filaments, and here it is. Perfect. There's many others and I won't go through all of them, but please, again, don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to read it. Just highlight a few last ones that I thought were really good. For example, the flamethrower. They put it in general improvement. I think for me, that's just a bug fix, but whatever, I'll allow it. Now the flamethrower monitors can attack while moving. Before they had to be stopped, and also the enemy had to be stopped. So that didn't really work well. And speaking of bug fixes, there are actually a lot. For example, if you have followed my gold medal guide for the latest DLC, the Pride and Paler scenario, you may remember that I mentioned the oil fields were not depleting. You had a maximum resource, what you were saying, for example, you have 125 oil into this field, but it was never going down. And that was confirmed as a bug by Oli to me, and now it's been fixed. So talking about, those guides, I do have guides on all of the scenarios if you want to check that out on the channel. So once again, just to show you, there are a lot. I'm going just to show you all of them, going down very quickly. But yeah, there are a lot, and that's why I'm not going to go one by one, because honestly, that would take forever. But again, a big thanks to Ubisoft for doing that. I think it's really great to leave the game in hopefully a perfect condition. I haven't really checked, I'm sure there's gonna be still 1 or 2 bugs here and there, but hopefully we have fixed most of the big ones. And now let's move to really the new features. So if you move over here to your beautification menu and you go into the spatial, at the end, completely at the end, you will see those 5 new ones. There is first the Fountain of Fortune, which obviously in good Anno fashion has a shaped 25th anniversary, and then you have 4 more over here. To get them, you will need to do a new anniversary exhibition in the Warfare exhibition. So don't hesitate to check that out. And then we have 2 big new features. I kept the best for last. But don't leave, because after those features, I also have a big surprise for all of you. So the first one is a completely new mode. If you go into new game, you used to have the campaign and the sandbox. Now you also have the creative mode. Creative mode, explore your artistic freedom, build without cost or competitors. What's important is that for me, this is not the mode for new player. This is not how you learn the game. Because actually, yes, you won't have any rivals or any accidents or those type of things, but you also won't have any constraint. You're not gonna learn how to manage, productions. You're not gonna manage your income because all of this is gone. You can do everything in this. There is no building cost. There's no prerequisites. Again, there's no rivals or incidents. You have access to everything. So in my opinion, this is a lot more for the beauty builders out there that really want to just build the most beautiful empire out there. They know how to play the game, but now they don't want to have to go through the hassle of everything. They just want to build something nice. You can actually decide if you want DLCs or not to be included into this. And you can actually also customize a few things. For example, you can customize, your seed or how big the islands are. And so in this mode, you have nothing, but you don't need anything. You can build immediately everything that you want, as many times as you want. There's no negative income. You don't actually need any money. I even have everything unlocked. I can build scholars right away. Let me show you that I'm not lying. I can build scholars. All of your houses, you can upgrade them immediately. Even if, I'm not even producing anything, I'm not giving anything, I can upgrade. I can go to skyscrapers as quickly as I want. And as you can see, it is even working with mods, right? There are mods that are over here. This is how I have a skyscraper workers, right? It's a mod. It is worth noting though, that one thing is actually not working with mod. Mods usually also have conditions to unlock, right? For example, to get a pescatarian residence, I need 400 workers. I said everything is unlocked directly, like, for example, I can build the university right away, but I cannot actually build the mods that require some unlock. I will need to unlock them, I guess. So obviously mods are not supported, so it makes sense, but still it's something that I would have loved to see. But anyway, as I said, you can do pretty much everything you want. Right, you can build as much trees as you want. You won't be limited by money. And something that I find really cool is that you can also put ornaments of pretty much anything. For example, you can put an investor house or an artisan house right away. I don't need to, go through the upgrades. I can just put them right away. Or I can build right away an iron tower, right? But this is an ornamental one. It doesn't do anything. I can also still build, the normal iron tower and go through the different phases. What's interesting is that, I don't need resources, so I can start it immediately and it's going to start. As you can see, the resources are slowly but surely going to increase. What is strange is that I still need to wait the 30 minutes. So that's something interesting, and that's why you may want to just build your ornamental tower, right? That you can find again, beautification in the creative, right? We can do everything, and there's also a few others that are coming mostly from the campaign. For example, the Court of Justice, right? That comes from the campaign, or the Dynamite Workshop. So all of these assets are now available. And last but not least, I really like that they did this, is now we can place all of the culture, so all of the museum, all of the botanical garden, things like this, you can put them directly. You don't have to research them, to find them, to bind them. You can just place them, and because there's no gameplay, you also don't need to put them next to each other. You can do really whatever you want. You can mix the museum with the zoo and all of this. That won't be a problem. So again, for beauty builders, I think this is a dream. But now let's move to the last big feature, which is called the stamp feature. Okay, what is stamp? Well, basically it's what many other games are calling blueprints. You can create blueprints in any of your games and then start using them in other games, or even you can share them with friends. You can download the one that you'll find from friends and start using them, including in this creative mode, by the way. So if I go into here, the stamp, you will see I've created some first one just before the stream to show them to you. And if I click on it, then I'll be able to right away put, this whole thing. Obviously it is quite big. I don't have the space. So I'll just still put it. So obviously it's creating everything except where there was already something. And you can see there's also a couple of other ones that haven't been built. Why? Because they're mods. And once again, as I said, in the creative mode, we're gonna need to unlock those things. But everything else has been built. I don't need the resources or anything like that. Everything was built right away. You can do that, of course, for productions. You can do that for everything, right? It is not limited by you need to have only houses, right? As you saw over here, there's many different things. There's services, there's houses, there's mods, there's also ornaments, right? So you can mix and match anything that you want. You will not find them in the game files. You will find them in your documents, similar to the screenshots, right? I have my screenshots over here. This is where you can find also the stamps. As you saw, I have one right now for the old world, and it's called cities. I can, if I want, create another one. And if you see here over here, I have my artisan and my worker cities. Of course, I think in the next few days, you're gonna start seeing a lot of different ones popping across the web. Don't hesitate to tell me also if there are specific ones you will want me to create. Now, how do you create a new stamp? Well, you see this button over here, click on it, just select whatever you want, all right? And boom, I have a new stamp. By right-clicking on it, I can give it a name. I mean, Hacienda Corn Farm actually sounds like a good name. I can choose an icon. And again, remember that all of these will be available in any new save that I do, even in the scenarios. So this is really powerful, right? It can help you a lot to not have to rebuild completely from scratch if you're doing a new save. So this is really a great improvement for this last update. I really appreciate that the team worked on that. And so far, I haven't seen big bugs about it. So that's great. I'm sure we're gonna find one or two. That's normal. That's every new feature is like that. And that basically covers the big new things you can expect with this update 17, which again is the last one, big one. At the same time is a free one. So of course, take it. Take advantage of it. But as promised, a big surprise now. We will continue and finish this extreme modded military series that I'm really enjoying right now. Testing, for example, this new mod with the aircraft carrier and the submarine, but also having a lot of fun with the custom map, with the AIs that are stronger and many other things. But in parallel, to celebrate this anniversary and also to celebrate the launch on console, I want to go back to the root and replay the campaign. We're going to replay the campaign. This will be the full campaign from start to finish, but also without any mod. So once again, if you just started to play on console, if you want to see a player with more than 2000 hours on the game to play exactly like you are, because on the console there is no DLC, don't hesitate to follow it. Remember, the console and the PC version are exactly the same in terms of gameplay. The only difference is the UI. So don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you're excited, and also please tell me in which setting should we play it. I could, for example, play it in really normal, just to make it an easy ride for all of the new player, or we could play it in the most expert, advanced settings. I would be happy either way, so please vote in the comments below.
Hey Anno community, Anno turned 25 this year, and this is a big point for us. And we're celebrating 7 installments of the series. We're celebrating together with you. Thank you so much for everything that you shared with us.
Yeah, because your feedback and your encouragement over the last years on the Anno Union, on our other channels, has been a great help. We've managed to create all these fantastical worlds that you explored, that you conquered over all these years.
And especially since we've started 25 years ago with the first installment, 1602, we traveled to many different chapters of the human history. We even established a colony on the moon. And yeah, it has been a great journey for us and for you as well.
And no matter how long you are with us on this journey, if it's very recently with 1800 or even much longer since 1701, since 1602 even, we very much hope you had a great time and enjoyed the games throughout all these years. So what's left for us to say?
Thank you so much for all your support. We really, really appreciate it. And yeah, onwards to new horizons, I guess.
Very much so.
Hi Anno community, we want to thank you for playing our game for 25 years. You are awesome, we love you. Vielen Dank.
Thank you everyone for supporting us for 25 years. Grazie mille.
A hearty thanks to the Anno community for 25 years of your support. Vielen Dank.
Thank you for your support for all of these years from all over the world. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much for 25 years of Anno support. Vielen Dank.
Thank you for your support. Grazie mille.
Thank you very much. You're awesome. Und vielen Dank.
Hello there, crazy Anno community. Thanks for 25 years of support. Tusen Dank.
Wow, 25 years of Anno. Thank you, Annoholics. Dankeschön.
Thank you for supporting 25 years of Anno. Vielen Dank.
25 years of Anno. It's an incredible story. Thanks a lot. Merci infiniment.